Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into the back end of how PLANit Meals works, just to give you a better sense of understanding of how it all works and why there's certain parts that I strongly recommend you take care with. So when you open your copy of PLANit Meals, you'll only see the essential tabs, but there are several hidden sheets working in the background to make it all possible. These are the backbone of the system, and there are three key ones that I'll walk through with you as well. There's the ingredient data sheet. This sheet is the master list of every ingredient used in any recipe within the sheet. It includes details like the grocery aisle the ingredient will be found in, a consistent unit of measurement used across all recipes, macronutrient information per 100 grams of that ingredient, and allergen information. All recipes then use this ingredient information to reference as a consistent source of truth, allowing for the types of functionality the sheet offers. Then there's the recipe by ingredient sheet. Each recipe is also listed in this sheet, where each ingredient is listed as a row attached to that recipe. This connection allows the spreadsheet to calculate things like grocery list quantities and for the dynamic recipe cards to adapt to different serving sizes. I won't go into too much detail other than to say that there was a lot of consideration and checking that went into getting this information as accurate as possible to make these functions possible. This is, for example, that not every ingredient is one for one when scaling recipe quantities, and this has been taken into consideration within each recipe and applied to the way that these quantities are calculated overall. Finally, there is also a recipe information sheet. This is where information at the recipe level is captured, things such as cooking instructions, tips, and any additional information tied to each recipe, which is then used for filtering purposes throughout the planner. So the data within those three sheets is all tied back to a live data source using a fancy formula called import range. This basically means that what you see in your copy is always attached to the live data source that I have full control and access to, meaning that I can continue to add new recipes as we go. I can also make edits if there are any inaccuracies or errors in any of the recipes that get pointed out to me, and that will go out to all users. It won't have to be updated by individual users or remain to be incorrect within your spreadsheet. So they are some real positives within the way that this is set up. The limitation is, however, that you won't be able to make any edits to the recipes or ingredient information yourself, but I am currently working on a feature to be able to make that possible, and I will be making that available to all existing customers once it is ready to go. As mentioned, there are a lot of hidden tabs within PLANit Sheets, and this is really set up to be able to make the front end as user-friendly as possible for you, but the information is all there that you can have a look at if you find that that helps you to understand how to use it or how it all works. Hopefully this video has helped with that as well. The way that I've had to set up the sheet is that all of those tabs and all of those crucial parts can actually be edited by you. You will receive a warning only saying, are you sure that you want to edit this? I would strongly recommend just not to touch anything that asks you whether or not you want to edit it if you try to make any changes, because that is most likely tied to a crucial part of the spreadsheet, which if you make a change that isn't valid, it might just break quite a few of the flow-on features within the spreadsheet. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit of a better understanding of how it all works, and happy planning.